I-229 is in a complicated situation. The double-decker bridge can stay standing, or another alternative can be built in its place. In this special report, News Press Now's Quinn Ritzdorf explains how the decision will impact people and businesses.
The current bridge is a key corridor connecting farmers in the north to the stockyards in the south. Which is why many farmers like Jason Kurtz want the bridge to stay.
There's plenty of elevators around that can take grain too. We may not get the highest price. It may be a few pennies less or something, but if the hassle is there for driving around and all the through town and different things like that, I'll go somewhere else.
And many businesses in the south side, like Triumph and Lifeline Foods, that rely on those farmers, agree.
It would be somewhat of a hardship to have to go around, go all the way out 29, come down 36, and make that. And with gas prices continuing going up right now, that's a big difference.
Putting on strictly my farmer hat, no, you don't want it to go away because it's a very efficient way of moving corn from the north down to my mill, down to Atchison to sell it to the market. So there is a definite farmer impact that's going to happen.
But Kelly also understands the potential for downtown and riverfront growth.
Putting up that artificial wall, so to speak, between the river and downtown and potentially developable downtown areas, I think has been detrimental.
Tim Doyle owns a building right next to the bridge on Main Street.
This is the oldest building left in downtown.
But his plans are delayed until a decision is made.
So much is being put off, like decisions on what to do with riverfront development and even our plans for our buildings. A lot depends on what's going to happen even 5 years from now.
Josh Weaver just bought the building right across the street.
Customers picking things up would happen right here.
He's in the same position.
Future of 229 and how it interacts with this kind of western part of downtown. I mean, I think that's a huge thing as people look to invest in this area. We need some stability as to what is going to happen or what could be in the future.
Riverfront development is also on hold.
The uncertainty of what's going to happen to 229 has kind of frozen any riverfront development. I think it's also impacting just downtown development in that area.
But some alternative routes go right through HPI, which creates environmental concerns.
Nobody would really want to own a hazardous mitigation site on that. There's a lot of liabilities with that, a lot of concerns, a lot of expenses that could potentially happen.
Not to mention some companies may have to relocate. Other potential routes could impact historical elements like brick roads in old buildings.
Potential routes that have been proposed for 229 could impact negatively St. Joseph's historic past that we've worked so hard to keep intact.
The decision also affects residents who use the bridge every day.
I'm for saving the double-deckers because of the uniqueness. There's only 2 in the entire state. There's only a few like it in the entire world, and we have it.
The more barriers we can remove, the better for downtown, for St. Joseph and the riverfront all together.
While opinions differ on what should be done, nearly everyone said a decision needs to be made sooner rather than later.
Anybody would like to get this thing wrapped up as quickly as possible and have it, but we also want to make sure that we don't expedite it and don't necessarily address all the needs that there are.
But this just goes to show how complicated the decision really is. It affects everyone, from farmers to businesses to normal commuters. Reporting for News Press Now, I'm Quinn Ritzdorf.